world. I hope that everyone is having a good day. I hope that everyone is staying kind and loving, regardless of what you have to do. I hope everyone's keeping their mouth clean, because that's something I deal with terribly. All that being said, today I'm going to make a quick video about markups. And this is not an attack on any industry except for maybe jewelers, not pawn shops, because I love pawn shops if they're legit. But it's more of a exposing the jewelry industry, because it's one thing to work an honest business and have someone throw shade at you. I don't want to do that. I would never do that. But if you work a business where you're knowingly taking advantage of people who are doing their best to succeed in society and follow the traditions and outlines that were laid out before them, then I have a problem with you if you're ripping those people off, because that's just taking from the working class or from whatever the case is. It's taking advantage of someone. It's not. I don't approve of it. I don't like it, so I don't have a problem exposing that type of business. So jewelry, first and foremost, there's literally no function to jewelry besides maybe wooing someone or having, or as an accessory, like because you like it, like a hat or a certain color or whatever. So the only reason that I could really see someone needing to buy jewelry is if they needed it for disguise or as some type of outfit addition to match with the rest of the people, like they want to be part of a certain scene or something, or because of its chemical properties, because of its scientific properties, which makes gold such an interesting thing, because from the beginning of time, gold has been used as a currency. It's been valuable. It's been valued, and there's a reason for that. It's not only does it not rust, and is it resistive to very, very, very many chemical reactions, it also has a lot of chemical properties. It's extremely dense. It's extremely malleable. It conducts electricity almost the best as anything else, I think, except for maybe platinum, which is a little less valuable than gold. And they're very close, but gold is more valuable. Not only that, it reflects. If you put a piece of gold in space and light from the sun reflects off the gold, gold almost loses when the reflection comes back to whatever is reading it, if you can't get a direct reading from this planet or from the sun or from the star, the gold reflects the energy almost with the exact amount of energy that it had from the original reflection. There's no energy lost in the reflection. Well, if it is, it's one of the most minimalistic materials. That's why they use it in computers for conductivity. That's why they use it on satellite shields. So the reflection almost has no loss of true. It's a very mystical, ancient, valuable material. All the ancient civilizations worship gold. We value gold. We have Fort Knox. Anyways. Now, jewelry. Jewelry is very vain. It can be, or it can be a personal side effect, which is cool. I don't see anything wrong with that if you save up or have a special gift or whatever. I wouldn't recommend obsessing over gold or trying to collect it, as much of it you can. It can be, because then you just get caught up in it, just like collecting cars or collecting clothes. It's one thing to have nice stuff that you like, but obsessions and collections can put a stint on your relationship with God, because you rely more on whatever it is you're obsessing over instead of God providing your happiness. But the trick about jewelry is it's a huge markup. It's a huge. So first you have to go off the price of gold. Why are you buying gold? Are you buying it to build a satellite or to, do something crazy like that? Probably not. If you're buying gold from a jeweler in a mall, or from a major jeweler like Kay's Jeweler, Shane's Jeweler, the markup is insane. It's probably like at least a 200% markup based on scrap weight. You probably pay $1,500 for a chain. That scrap weight is $500. It's probably even higher right now. Or for jewels, for diamonds, you can get for a pre-made band and stone, you're probably looking at, like at least a 300%, 400% markup. And part of that will be argued as the jeweler's making fee. Not so but come on. I mean, look at our cars. Our cars, scrap metal, are worth $2 or $3 grand. There's no diamonds on our cars. There's no gold on our cars. The markup on a vehicle versus scrap metal price is like 500%, 1,000%. But we need cars. That's why I buy used cars. That's why I buy used cars that have been taken care of, and I try to take care of my cars, because I just can't, unless I was a millionaire, or unless I was in a wealthy working position, I just can't, which I respect 100%. I can't. So, so if this comes to the next dot in the road, do you need the jewelry? Do you want the jewelry or not? If you're like me, there's certain items of jewelry, maybe a specific chain, a specific pendant, maybe a rosary, maybe like a ring, a wedding ring or whatever. And I don't have a problem going and tracking down jewelry from pawn shops and from estate sales. It's like a treasure hunt to me. I really get a kick out of it. So some people get a little weirded out by the fact that someone else has worn it or owned it. To me, I don't mind. It's like the fun of the hunt. It's not like I'm doing it because I need to and I have to wear someone's secondhand items. I enjoy looking for a rare item with rare stones. Maybe it's like the exact one I want, and who knows where it came from or what the story is. I'll clean my jewelry, I'll wash my jewelry, I'll polish my jewelry. You could even wear your jewelry in the shower. Everyone's been in a public restroom at one point or another. Everyone's been near a truck stop at one point or another. If used jewelry is a turn off for your spouse, or maybe for whoever, for yourself, then that's okay. I completely understand wanting something brand new for yourself and never been worn, or never been worn, or whatever you stepped on, however you, so there, that goes to the next. So that's your first fork in the road. Are you willing to, do I need the jewelry or not? Or do I want it or not? Do I want to spend the money? Do I already have a big enough jewelry collection? How important is it, et cetera, et cetera. And once you get past that, the next fork in the road is, are you willing to buy used or not? It's the same for cars. Do you need the car? Do you want the car? Can you afford the car? Are you buying it out of getting a buying high, or are you buying it because you want it? Because the buying high is a dangerous thing to do too. It's where I get too caught up in the fact of large purchases, whether it's jewelry or car, or a vehicle, or a designer item, or clothing, or shoes, or whatever. I get caught up in that, putting the cash in my pocket and going and spending it in that exchange. I get obsessed with that exchange. So you have to really check your motives. And the next fork in the road is, will you buy used or brand new? And if you want to buy used, send me a message or leave a comment somehow, and I will lead you to some cool used jewelry markets that you can almost guarantee that the jewelry is real, and you don't have to worry about any fake jewelry, because that's the thing you have to worry about with the used market, is counterfeit items or falsely marked items, which I've also supposedly come across. And that's a whole nother video. But that's the glory of buying brand new from a reliable source, is you don't have to worry about the counterfeit aspect of it or the false aspect of it. And if you don't care about any of that, then just go buy some plated jewelry, go buy some costume jewelry that you like and wear it and enjoy it. God's not gonna not let you into heaven because you wore a fake chain, you know. Get it, and if someone really sees that it's fake, more power to them. You're wearing it because you like it and you enjoy it, and that way if it gets damaged or lost or stolen, who cares, right? You get to go find a new one, and that way a person could learn the value of sentimental value as opposed to material value. And that being said, if you and your wife, or you or she or her or you or whatever, are set on new items, I would avoid the mall. I would avoid K's. I would avoid, Zales. I would avoid any major jewelry retailer in the mall, just because you're getting ripped off. Not because they're bad. Not because, some of them might have some bad motives, but like, it's not a personal thing. It's more looking out for the customer. It's just the markup versus the cost of supplies versus, it's just not there. Now, there are private jewelers that give a much better, there is still a markup because they're the middleman. You're not going out and you're not digging up the stones. You're not going out and melting the gold and shaping it and casting the gold and polishing the gold. You can't just turn on your oven and melt some gold and make jewelry. It's a process and it's a skill set. Now, do I think that it's worth as much as the markup as is per the value of jewelry and the value of jewelry, like in a perspective of human life and human growth? No. I don't think that a jeweler's skill set is worth the markup. Do they have the power to ask that markup? Yes, it's their skill set. And that's why there's a difference between asking a high price and asking a dishonest price. Now, if you ask a high price and this person chooses not to commit to it or not to accept it, more power to the seller and the buyer. If they agree, more power to them too. Now, when a buyer is naive to the fact that they're getting ripped off and they're just being, and it's constantly taking away from the working class for wedding rings and debt and jewelry or whatever, that bothers me. Watches, that bothers me. That's why do Google search. There is so many different, you can buy a ring and stone separate. You can get custom made. There's so many. Right off the bat, there's a jeweler in LA. They're called Sarraf Jewelers. It's SARRAF, I think, whatever the case, they have great bulk prices for gold chains, gold 14 karat, 18 karat, 10 karat, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold. They have a lot of blank generic jewelry that you can buy that is not engraved yet or is missing stones, and then you can go track down the stones. Google purchase cut diamonds. You can get specific ratings, specific sizes, specific weights. It is much more affordable than going to a jeweler in the mall. And also, you can have a custom piece or a piece that is at least brand new to you and your person. Just going to the mall, if the person is simple-minded, don't explain it to them. Don't explain to them you're getting a better deal. Just explain to them you're getting the one that's specifically custom and that no one else has seen at the mall. No one else has it. All the ones in the mall are duplicates. Blah, blah, blah. The markup is insane. So that being said, I hope the best for everyone. I hope if anyone is out there shopping that they find the best deal. Don't sell yourself short. If you are happy with it, if you are not happy with the price or you're not happy with the jewelry, do not buy it just because the salesman pressures you. Don't let them get in your mind and convince you to buy something that you don't want or you don't need to purchase. Just don't. So that being said, I hope everyone has a good idea. If you need any links to any used dealers or used markets or there's So Icy Jewelry is a really affordable online jeweler with brand new jewelry. Seraph Trax NYC is decent. There's a couple. If you need one for a specific type of jewelry, let me know and I'll find one for you. So have a good day.